Alright, we're live.
Charlie loves 3 things in this world. He's pack, ball, and bread in that order. So nobody gets to say anything about him feeding his dog bread. It's like part of his life. Good with the bread.
Can we move this table out and kind of angle behind it?
Yeah, whatever we need. Good.
There.
Yep.
You're gonna have to sit a little closer to this.
Yeah, all day.
Right here.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, let me get this
Is the
on.
bread done?
The bread's done. Come get it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Here, it's all going on. Isn't it awesome?
You haven't started it.
Oh yeah, we're rolling.
Start, we're
It's going
rolling.
online.
What? I can cut this out.
No. Raw. We do
No,
a
because I was
full.
gonna say something nasty.
You can say something nasty. It's a porn light. I know.
We put a
Well, I
fat
was
meter
gonna
on the
say
last
that.
one.
Yeah,
It was
right.
$22 for
I
Mark.
know. It was awesome.
Oh my God, I know, right? Oh, I for sure.
It's
I
funny.
know.
And Virgil was dying laughing watching it.
See? Entertainment value. That's gotta go out. We gotta push that out.
Yeah.
Listen to this guy swear 20 times.
Hey, how's it going, boss?
What's up, Jay? Spot on the camera.
Cutting across.
No, well, it's all part of life. Oh, so the topic today is first and foremost saying I'm going to do everything I can to keep the swearing. I'm going to give myself like 4,
Okay.
and after 4, you need to be like, huh?
Even Lenny Bruce was able to
That's what I'm saying.
pick and choose where he put his.
Absolutely. Well, I'm
Write a
definitely
little
not.
note, put in front of
Let's.
him. Don't.
Okay, so let's not even compare me to Lenny Bruce, because
Yeah.
I don't think I'm really even, I'm not
He's
even.
part of your tribe.
Yeah, right. Yeah, in the same way my grandfather fought in the war. Like, yeah. Alright,
Alright, I just
so,
cut the slice.
so, I wanted to talk about return on investment, because I think one of the,
ROI, okay.
ROI we can definitely,
Yours better?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
friggin'
slaved
delicious.
over it.
It's delicious.
I'm
No,
gonna have a
no, Princess
bite.
Land O'Lakes bailed them out, but it's delicious. We just added cinnamon sugar to Land O'Lakes.
Good whipped land legs.
Good whip, the good stuff. It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I mean, for those of us who like sugar the way
I'm gonna go ahead and stick with
fish
my
like
regular.
water,
She didn't like it.
that's alright.
It's okay.
She doesn't like sweet.
But
She's
it-
not.
Oh, gotcha.
It's okay, but I like regular butter.
No.
Oh yeah, I don't like I don't like chocolate.
Don't even let's not go there. That's not what this is about. Me talking about how my wife has terrible food taste. What are you talking about? That's not true. I just disagree with the sugar and chocolate thing.
So
Right.
ROI.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people want to say, hey, is it a deal? And
They don't know what numbers make sense for.
right, because also, it really is the numbers, and that's the hard part. I think a lot of people get really excited, especially newbies. And I have a client who really taught me, if it doesn't meet the number,
Walk away. Right.
completely walk away. And I have no patience, so I'm not saying be patient. In fact, I'm not going to tell anybody to do anything. I'm just going to say for me, it's not about patience, and Susan will attest to this. It's about I find something else to do while I'm waiting. So I'll walk away from the deal and I'm like, well, I got other shit to work on.
Right.
I'll work on that. But the ROI number, the way, and I think what we'll do is we'll do like a little thing where we'll have a graphic that shows this and we'll have a link to it.
Okay.
Because we're actually developing the website, investorkitchen.net. We're going to be putting that together soon. So it'll have this of hey, recipes for success. This is what we talked about. Blah, 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 blah. It'll all be there.
Okay.
That being said, let me, such a technical wizard. Oh my God, I just want to find the calculator. Okay.
Oh my God, it's not that big of a deal.
Ah. No, you don't live in my head. So the first thing we do is we look at the rents. The real quantifiable rents, not the rent you hope you're gonna get or what your neighbor's cousin's son said they got next door. But rents verified from a third party who doesn't have a horse in the race.
Gotcha.
So for me, it's the multiple list service. Zillow is shit. Don't use it.
That Zestimate. People love to use that Zestimate.
And Zillow, I always use the metaphor of, the statistician's head was on fire and his feet were frozen in the refrigerator. They were frozen in the freezer, but on average he was fine. The same thing with the Zestimate. It's taking all the, especially in Maryland, the markets are heterogeneous. You can have one subdivision where you got, and $100 less a month in another subdivision.
Yeah, and that's why Zillow doesn't have a horse in the race when it comes to
Not,
Maryland.
yeah, not in this case. I mean, Zillow's good for a lot of stuff, but not that.
Intermission.
I've seen it work out there a bunch.
Yeah. So, simple example, let's say the house, you got a line on a house, they want $50,000 for it. And you've walked it, it's gonna need 20 in work, so the actual buy price is 70,000. And then,
Do you roll in settlement costs?
well, that's in the calculation. So just first off, we've got 70,000 as the buy price, and we know we can get 1,000 in rent.
Okay.
Let's say 1,200 to make it as an obvious one.
Show me that deal.
Yeah, I know. But still, all right, we'll call it 1,100. I just want to stack the deck in my favor. So at 1,100, you multiply that by 12 months of rent, you've got 13,200.
Okay.
The first thing you need to do is, let's make this pessimistic. Let's look at a rainy day scenario. So we got to take out 20% for vacancy, repairs, and management.
Fair enough.
Management costs, because you're probably not self-managing. So that's that leaves you 10,560 because you took out 20%.
Is that yearly?
That's the yearly, that's the annual. Okay, you take the annual. Now you need to take out your closing costs, which is, I take out 1.5% for transfer tax and closing costs. So if it's 50,000 buy, you're taking out what, 500 is 1%. No, fuck. Right, 1% is 500.
1,500.
1,500.
1.5.
1,500. So it's 1,500 is what you're taking out, everything's said and done. So that leaves $9,060.
But that's not yearly.
That's annual, $9,060 annual.
Okay.
I've taken out the closing cost, about
You only have to buy it once though.
I understand,
Gotcha.
but it's the cash on cash return
Following.
for this, like what's this gonna make you? Of course, the ROI goes up if you leverage the house, you're not buying it cash or you're pulling equity out. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
The question is, should I even be spending any time on this? Well, this is the magical formula from the guy that I know who's got like $1.5 million liquid, so he can buy anything he wants on a whim.
Yeah.
And the reason he has that is he sticks to these formulas. He's a numbers guy.
Okay.
So we've got 9,060. I would say take out another $500 for oh crap.
Okay.
Okay? Because why not? 8560. Now you divide that by your 70,000. But again, I'm going to be pessimistic. There's another 5,000 in oh shits that come up, right? Because it's construction. We're dealing with construction. So it's 8,560, $8,560 divided by 75,000, which is your all-in price with all your purchase and your fix-up, right? So that gives you an ROI of 0.1114, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So
11.4%.
right. So for my money, I'm not touching anything below like 8.5%.
Okay.
To me, 8% is the magic number because typically, if you just put your money in an S&P index, traditionally, what I've seen, you're gonna get roughly 8%.
Okay.
Put it in your IRA and that goes up because of the deferred tax benefits. So why would I give money for something that I can do for nothing? Like why would I go through all this foreplay to make the same return I can make in an S&P index fund?
Right. Seems like a lot more risk in the real estate market.
Well, and it's not liquid.
Right.
You don't have your money. That's one of the big downsides of real estate. Your cost to liquidate is 8% if you're lucky.
Yeah. And people forget that.
People forget that. Right? Oh, I haven't got this equity. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not to mention, if it's not your personal home, you're getting hit with capital gains. Like flipping, that's why I can't do flipping. I'm like, I gotta pay short-term capital gains. And added bonus, if you do enough flips, the IRS will no longer consider it as a capital gain, they'll consider it sold inventory. So you're getting fully taxed on it as a retail organization selling inventory.
Is that over 6 a year?
No,
Yeah.
I think so.
I think that's the magic number.
Huh. You're going through all this hassle and work. Why do you want to give 20% or 30% back to the government?
Well, there's other ways to get around that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That could be a whole nother
I was gonna say,
podcast.
no, we should definitely talk about that.
How to move money.
Yeah.
1031 exchange.
Mm.
It's a good way to do it.
Fair enough.
But that means you have 90 days and you better have another property.
Right, and at which point, when does the music stop?
Right.
You know, if you keep.
Sometimes you gotta cash that out, your chips gotta cash.
You wanna cash those chips out, and like, to me, I would wanna pull the equity out via a note, because a mortgage is tax-free, it's not income. It's a
Right,
loan.
sometimes what they'll do is they'll roll that until they find a property that's gonna be a rental, and you're gonna sit on it for more than
That's
2
good.
years.
There you go, that's a smart play.
That's how you would cash out and then take out a second on that. Right?
That's a smart play, I would do that all day.
Yeah.
I know you want some nummy too.
So there's ways,
Okay,
there's ways.
okay.
So you stick to an 8% ROI.
More
So
than
that-
8, I wanna beat 8.
You wanna beat 8.
I gotta beat 8, otherwise
Yeah.
why bother?
Okay. So that deal that we talked about, magic numbers at 11.4 makes sense for you.
That's
what else
gangster
are you
money.
looking for?
Again, well, and it's, so to me, there's also some baseline things. For me, I'm not a slumlord. Okay, so, in commercial, they talk about A properties, B properties, and C properties, right? I don't deal with C. I don't deal with, and so for me, it has to be an area I would feel comfortable living in Maryland.
Yourself.
Myself, with my family. Like, I have to feel okay about my grandkids. Like, where we live now, our grandkids run around, they play with the kids out, kids are out in the street. That's a healthy neighborhood. The backyards are clean and tidy. I feel perfectly safe, leave your door unlocked, you're fine. Not that I recommend you do it. Versus another neighborhood where I don't feel comfortable having my kids outside, my grandkids outside. I don't want to be in that neighborhood, because for me, it's all about it's all about my reputation. It's about my integrity. It's warrior. It's honesty. It's forthright honesty. I'm not doing the war zone parts of, I'm not gonna badmouth those areas. But if you know Maryland, if you know Harford County, the areas. I don't even want to consider them. I don't care what the ROI is. And then the home has to be. I've got to bring it up to respectable condition. So my fixed cost has to still be factored into that. We found a deal. It was $25,000 to buy, $50 to fix up. The ARV was $100, and we're renting it at $925. So they spent, call it $80,000 all in for everything said and done, and they're renting it at $925 a month. That's a no-brainer. You don't even need to run the ROI to know you're beating 8% on that.
Do you?
Absolutely. Let's run it.
Okay.
So $925 times 12, take out 20%. Okay. And then you've got your closing costs at $25,000, which is, what's 1% of $25,000? That's
250
$250 bucks.
750, yeah.
Okay, and then we got another. You're saying another $750 total. Okay, so 8130 all in. Okay, and the 50,000 included the craps. Okay, because it was originally 40.
Right.
And then when we got into it, we're like, oh boy, here we go. New electrical system, double 2-zone HVAC system. It was 2 HVAC systems needed, like the whole. So we got into it. So that really, all in, we were at 70,000.
Okay.
No, 75, excuse me. So you take 8130 and divide that by 75,000, and that's, point.
10.8.
10.8. That's a hell of a deal. And that was after the wholesaler got paid, because it was originally like 20-ish.
Gotcha.
And the guy who flipped it to us made, it was there was $5,000. Right. So that's what I mean. That's, it's a
There's
pretty.
investors that just do wholesale too.
Oh yeah, you can flip contracts. That's what I did back in the day when I started. I just flipped contracts.
I think we had somebody at KW a year ago
Yeah.
that talked about doing that in the city. Buying, yeah.
God bless him. He was flipping contracts.
I want to say he was. I didn't get a chance to really talk. I don't know. I did hold court in there for a little bit, unfortunately.
I only know one. What happened?
Held court in there for a little bit. I kind of took the. I just stole the show. I was like, actually, can I ask you this? Can I ask you that? Everybody else is looking around like, hold on, I don't know what we're talking about. This is supposed to be. And I went off on a tangent. Like, what about this?
He thought he was doing a stand-up. Thought he was doing an open mic night. And you're like, no.
Yeah, hold on.
No, you're the expert.
Yeah.
All right, expert.
Brain, right.
You said you're an expert. I didn't say that.
I felt bad after, but no, I gave him,
Well.
talked to him. It was a good guy. I forget his name.
I mean, that to me though, that's the test of, are you an expert? Well, let me ask you some stuff. Like,
Right.
I'm not going to pretend to know anything about a 401k. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I know it makes pretty good sense for some people, but I'm not going to tell you, oh, you should invest in real estate. It's the best thing ever. No friggin' isn't. Gary Vee actually has a great point about a lot of people. He's saying, sell your house.
Yeah.
Move into a shitty apartment.
Rent.
cut your expenses.
Yep.
And the minority mindset, I love the guy, Josh Beach Singh. Friggin', he's sick. He's got the turban, the whole fucking, you gotta love that. And he's like, yeah, what are you doing spending money?
See.
He says it's pronounced sick.
Is it?
That's what he did on it. He did a video where he's like, it's sick, like sick, yo, dog. I was like, all right.
I always thought it was C.
I thought it was too.
I got it. Okay.
I don't know.
I got a friend that's you know, sick.
Sick. He wears the turban.
Where's the turban?
I know. I'm not gonna get yelled at. I don't care.
Never. Fair
so,
enough.
Yeah. So but yeah, you can flip a contract. I mean,
I won't ever get into that.
well,
That's not worth it.
what the shit I have to eat
Yeah.
to get a deal,
Too much.
like
It's not worth it. It's not worth
I'm
it.
not gonna right for
When
what
I was starting out again, 18, 19,
all day.
not a
all day.
problem.
When I left.
No overhead.
Oh my god! When I left that mortgage chop shop back in 2000,
Okay.
is when I started. I got lured into Pigtown just as the market had exploded back in Southwest Baltimore neighborhood. It's
Yeah,
called
I
Pigtown.
remember 04. Yeah.
Yeah, 04.
Yeah.
And this one guy
I
stood
was
up.
bought real estate down there.
Okay.
Right across, you know, there to be in the railroad.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
market, right?
Yeah, that was the
We used to bring the trolley, Baltimore
Yeah.
trolley through there.
Yeah, man.
To show realtors up in Hartford County what
Yeah.
you could afford for
Uh-huh.
rentals. Oh,
Mhm.
God, thank God I didn't do that.
Oh my god. And I remember this guy whom I did not like nor respect talking about how. Let me turn this off, get this out of the way. I didn't like him, nor did I respect him. And he's talking about all the money he's making in Pigtown. So sure enough, we're flipping contracts. It was great when you're young. Plus then direct mail still worked.
Yeah.
I spent
The internet wasn't what it is now.
Not at all, man. I spent $10,000 a
Facebook
month.
didn't exist. YouTube didn't. Well, it did, but it didn't
No,
in its capacity.
not like what it is now.
Right. Yeah, we didn't have smartphones.
Mm-mm.
Figure that didn't start till 08.
Right?
And that was the crash.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things I like about real estate. It tends to move slowly. Things definitely are changing. I mean, and every market's different. That's the other thing is like, you know, these New York and DC people, they're like, that's often the people who get caught in the, wow, that price is great.
Mm. We're from out of state.
I mean, I don't know if we talked about cheap versus inexpensive.
I don't think we did.
Well, like, because my mother taught me inexpensive, you know, she taught me find a deal. There's this whole legend with my mom that she went to this home, before Home Depot. She went to this place, I'm not gonna name the name because I don't want them getting pissed at me, but we went to this, like, home, you know, like, basically like a Home Depot, but not a local version, a regional version. She was able to amass so many coupons and structure so many deals and specials that when she checked out, they actually gave her cash back.
And my screen coupon and you see it on television. I gotcha.
And my father witnessed it, so I'm not calling BS. Like there was a witness to it, and because that was a joke. It's like someday, Marguerite, they're gonna pay you to shop at their place. And sure enough, like I don't know if the place is still in business, but so my point is like she knew how to find a deal.
Right.
But there's a difference between inexpensive and cheap, and I think when you enter in the it's too good to be true territory,
No ways.
you're now in cheap territory, and that actually means there's landmines. There's a claymore behind that door that you're going to open to the house that you just bought. So
And you see it on the news, especially when people get into deals they thought were great. You know, oh, I can't believe this house was this price. That sounds awesome. And then you know, there's snakes under the house, and you know,
yeah, it's quick cash.
Right.
It's the quick cash game. If anyone's offering you a quick cash opportunity, they are conning you.
Yeah.
It always is. Like right now, we know this is hard work. You're going to sweat blood. Like if you want to be in my business of property management, you're going to sweat blood and eat shit for a decade, and I did. And I know I'm using a Gary Vee term, but really, it's like you're gonna eat shit. I was in Baltimore City, the worst areas. I had a portfolio of like C and D properties at the time. It was tough, like, and that's where I went because I didn't know any better and I didn't have any resources.
You're cutting your teeth too.
Yeah, and I hit the investor clubs and everybody who wants to have it done for 4% and all that trash. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Very good.
Yeah. So, and we'll do the little thing on the ROI calculator and that's that.
Let's see how much time we got.
Yeah.
19 minutes.
I think that's perfect. I think that's the meat